Hi guys, it's Leanne Scott here from Move Therapies, and we are here talking to Janice Botcher from Princeton, British Columbia. Hi Janice.
Oh yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So Janice, can you give us, say a minute understanding of why you came to see us? I know that's hard to do in a minute, but.
I had just one day I was at work and I got dizzy and then I couldn't walk properly. So that started off a bunch of doctor's appointments and stuff.
Yep.
And I saw a neurologist who diagnosed me with Functional Neurological Disorder.
Yes.
Which is a broad scope.
It's almost an umbrella term, and I'm sure they're very aware of that, but yeah. So meaning you have a neurological condition that's affecting you, but you're remaining relatively functional.
Right. Okay. Right. And so the next stage was he suggested some physiotherapy, and I.
Did you do that?
I did. I went to a local, which they were quite good, but they had never seen anyone with my condition, so they weren't sure what to do with me.
I think you even, if I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, you even said that they said, I really don't know. I think you need to see someone else, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
People sometimes we get clients in that they say, oh, they told me to go away, they didn't know. If someone doesn't know, that's honest. Yeah.
It was good. So then one of my girlfriends was looking online, and she got a list of places, and she said, I think this one sounds pretty interesting.
Cool. So and that was us?
It was. Yeah, it was Move Therapies.
Good. So, very cool. And then you watched, I know that you mentioned you watched.
I checked out the website.
The website, and you looked at some testimonials.
Yeah, and I actually knew two of the people that were testimonials.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And the reason I bring that up is because if it was one of those things that helped you make the decision to come, it's good to know. Jump on and look at the testimonials, because it's good to know from other people's perspective. So you've been here how long now? You came to stay, and let me just say you're staying with your mom, which is wonderful.
She lives here, so that was perfect. Yeah. I've been 3 weeks.
Yeah, about 3 weeks, yes. And you went home after, how many lessons have we done in total? 10. Which is sort of the most we do in a short period of time, is 10 lessons. And we've done it over about a 3-week period, which is excellent. Okay. And what are some of the things that pop into your mind in terms of what you've learned or improvements or anything?
Right. Just learning to notice myself more.
Yeah.
Like my positions and my, I guess it's almost like stress, but it's the way you tense up your body and from head to toe. From head to toe.
Because we are an entire whole system, a neurological system. We are not, as what we're talking about briefly here is, if you had a difficulty, say your ankle was coming out the worst, was having the least mobility, least function, we wouldn't just work on the ankle, because the ankle is connected to everything. So that's what she's mentioning. What have you found, and also you mentioned tension. If someone, especially people with a neurological issue, tense, which is the instinct to do when you have pain or you have uncomfortableness or you have inability, is to tighten and work harder, it actually can be really counterintuitive.
For sure.
So that's what we're trying to teach, is to actually stay as soft and mobile and functional as you can, because when a person is functioning well, they're not tight. Right. They can do lots of different things. So that's one thing that we do hands-on and verbally, is try to catch you to notice the differences and notice the time when you're tight. Because if you're tight and you don't know, you can't change it. So that's one of the big things that we do with someone, especially with a neurological issue. How have you seen what improvements have you seen that would be like, say, that your mom might say she noticed, or that you feel, oh, I did that was easier, or that was better, or that was whatever?
Well, the walking in general, when I first had it, or first became aware of that I had it, I was falling a lot.
Right.
Straight backwards.
Interesting, backwards.
Yeah, so that was pretty scary.
Yeah, it's terrifying, and for the right reason, it is terrifying.
You just don't know what to do because it's so foreign, and it's walking is something that comes natural.
You had no issues with it whatsoever.
No, and all of a sudden you just have to think of every step and every
Right.
position.
And what would you say that, would you say your walking has become easier, or, because we're not looking for speed
No.
right off the top.
That's the hardest thing, is to slow down.
Yes, because again, we
Let it
want to
happen.
push, we want to work hard,
Yeah.
we want to get better.
Yeah.
So we have a propensity to speed up when we're trying to walk.
Right.
And that was one of the things that we tried to teach you, is bring everything, slow it way down.
Yeah.
Give your brain time to feel truly what you're doing, and so you have the opportunity to also change.
Yeah, and be safe.
And be safe. Because if you keep falling, your brain's
Yeah.
going to go, this is not time. We're not ready to do this. Very good. Anything else you'd like to add in terms of what would bring you back if you came back again? And it sounds like you might.
Yeah.
So we've talked about that. What would be some of the reasons?
Well, hope.
Hope is big. Yes.
It'll improve.
Yes. And most times hope comes when things do improve. A lot of times people will say, I've got very little hope left because everything I've tried isn't working. So I'm glad to hear you say that you have hope, sort of back in your body and in your brain. Not that you didn't, but when it's the first thing that comes to your lips, it says to me, good. It means that there's hope again, and that usually comes from things improving.
Yeah. And just you and Dale are really, really good, and I trust you.
Nice. That's lovely. That's lovely to hear.
Because
Trust is key.
first, I'm always kind of like not leery. I don't know. You just don't know, right? When it's new.
Of course. It's a very, very different therapy in regards to a lot of people's opinions of how we traditionally do therapy or do exercise. And also when you're in trauma, it's smart to be leery.
Right.
Because it's, you're coming at things and not just throwing yourself in, and you're listening and hearing. And so that's excellent. Is there anything your husband noticed, or anything your mom noticed, or?
My mom noticed daily, really.
Good, nice.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom. Her mom's over there. Did you want to come in and say anything?
No, that's
She's like, no, it's video. No, I don't want to walk in on a video. Toes being what? Flatter. Yes, because her toes had a propensity, they were rounded up. And it's hard to walk on rounded up toes. So flatter toes, they're letting go. The brain is sending the message to let go and be more in the way that they're built to move. So that's super handy.
And posture.
Posture, easier or
easier,
clearer?
Straighter. Because when I first started to get up out of the chair, it was painful, literally, and hard to watch.
And hard to watch. Painful to watch and painful to do. And how do you think that is now? I can tell you how I think. Yeah, exactly. Much easier. In fact, I was guiding and helping her at the end of the lesson just about 10 minutes ago. And just a few days before, I had to work quite a bit harder. She was more stuck to the chair and wasn't as fluid. And this time I just sort of went to put my hand on the top of her waistband at the back, and she was up. And I was like, oh, well, there you go.
So that's making life a lot easier.
Absolutely. That, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is incredibly important. If you can't get off a chair, it's one of the first things that, especially as we age, when people say, oh, I'm not getting off a chair as well, that means you can't can't get up to answer the door. It means you can't run if there's something going on. It means you can't get off the toilet. It means it actually is a thing that is a big indicator. You want to be able to get off that chair as easy as possible, because then you'll do it longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. And so you found that easier too.
Way easier.
Good. Okay. Anything else you'd like to share? I know I'm very much putting you on the spot. She's like, I thought this was going to be a conversation, not to come up with things. I think what I'm asking is, if you were the one on the other side of watching this, and you had an undiagnosed or even a diagnosed neurological issue that you struggled finding therapy for? What was it that Marnie said, or what was it that you read that made you go, okay, I'm going to try it?
I guess the happiness that they seem to have.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
a huge,
I did.
yes.
And I've known Marnie since high school. So.
Right. By the way, for any of you that don't know Marnie, we're just talking about her like she's world renowned. There is a video that you can watch, Marnie G'day. She's one of our regular clients, and suffered a brain injury, and you can watch her video and you'll see what we're talking about. I just realized that we're talking about her like everyone in the world knows Marnie. Excellent. The happiness, that's huge. And you know, a lot of people might be like, well, whatever. If you see happiness come from somebody, trust me, folks, when we have people come
Especially
in,
when you know the
the history, not everybody comes in here happy.
No.
Because it's a tough place that generally they're in. So if you can garner some happiness from it, from improvement, that's huge. I think that's it. That's all. We are going to continue. My understanding with some more lessons over Zoom and in person. So neurological stuff is interesting, and it doesn't always have an explanation, and it doesn't always have a diagnosis. And even if it does have a diagnosis, it doesn't always have, as we say, a pill that makes you go, oh, I have ABCD. That's my diagnosis. I'm going to take the ABC go away pill and put it in my mouth. So don't wait for a diagnosis. Don't hinge everything on a diagnosis. Do your best to try to improve with or without it, because sometimes therapy is what we're learning is the main response to improvement of a neurological issue. So, you know,
it's relearning.
It's a lot of relearning, and it's a lot of step-by-step baby steps, and that's what you're doing here, and that's, in my opinion, why you're improving as quickly as you are. Okay, that's it. That's all. So again, it's Leanne Scott and Janice Botcher at Move Therapies, and I hope you got some information from this. And if you have any questions, of course, just reach out to us. Our information will be right in the website, and feel free. We'll be more than happy to help. And that's it. Thank you so much, sweetie.
You're welcome.
See you later.